Welcome back to Car Crazy 295, where automotive history, forgotten legends, and revolutionary machines come back to life. Today we revisit a car that dared to break rules, challenge engineering norms, and rewrite what an American automobile could be. The year was 1960, and Chevrolet introduced something radically different, the Chevrolet Corvair. A machine that stood as a complete departure from the bulky, V8-powered American giants dominating the roads. The Corvair was not simply a car. It was a statement, an engineering experiment, a bold proclamation that the future of automotive design could be smaller, lighter, smarter, and more efficient. Birth of a new automotive concept. In the late 1950s, Chevrolet knew that American buyer preferences were beginning to evolve. European imports such as the Volkswagen Beetle were gaining ground due to their compact size and impressive fuel economy. Chevrolet wanted to respond, but not by imitating. Instead, they chose to out-innovate. The result was the Corvair, a compact car engineered from scratch rather than downsized from an existing platform. This meant the Corvair could be shaped around new priorities: better handling, reduced weight, improved aerodynamics, and a driving experience unlike anything Americans had seen. A radical rear-mounted engine. At the heart of the Corvair's identity was its most unconventional feature: a rear-mounted, air-cooled, horizontally opposed six-cylinder engine. Unlike the typical version 8S that Chevrolet was famous for, this engine displaced 2.3 liters and generated around 80 horsepower in its debut form. The engine's boxer layout lowered the center of gravity, improving balance and handling. Removing the radiator and coolant system saved weight and simplified maintenance. Air cooling, a hallmark of European engineering, made the Corvair feel foreign, futuristic, and refreshing in a market obsessed with size and noise. Unibody construction and engineering ambition. Most American cars of the early 1960s relied on heavy-body on-frame construction, but Chevrolet built the Corvair using a unibody platform. This not only reduced weight but also improved rigidity, crash behavior, and noise insulation. The Corvair was engineered with precision, not brute force. From its independent suspension to its simplified mechanical components, everything about the Corvair was meticulously planned to create a car that behaved differently, agile, light on its feet, and rewarding to control. A distinctive and modern exterior design. The Corvair's exterior design was another shock to the American automobile industry. Instead of exaggerated tail fins, oversized chrome, and sharp creases, the Corvair adopted smooth lines and flowing curves that gave it a European aura. Its design was clean, understated, and elegant, making it stand out without shouting for attention. Chevrolet intended the Corvair to be modern rather than flashy, a car that appealed to sophisticated buyers who appreciated engineering excellence over surface drama. Interior designed for comfort and space. Inside, the Corvair continued its theme of practicality and innovation. With mechanical components moved to the rear, Chevrolet could maximize cabin space. The dashboard design was simple and functional, featuring clear gauges and ergonomic controls. Seating comfort was impressive for a compact car, and the interior offered more space than buyers expected. The Corvair wasn't just an alternative, it was a legitimate family car with style, refinement, and clever engineering. Public reaction and early success. When the Corvair hit showrooms in 1960, critics were enthusiastic. The media praised Chevrolet for daring to experiment, calling the Corvair a bold step into the future. Buyers appreciated its nimble handling, compact form, and affordable running costs. Many saw it as the American answer to European motoring philosophy, a car that wasn't built for drag strips, but for enjoyment, practicality, and efficient everyday driving. Sales reflected this excitement, and Chevrolet believed the Corvair would reshape the brand's identity for decades. Unique handling and the swing axle debate. But revolutionary ideas often come with challenges. The Corvair used a swing axle rear suspension similar to that found in European cars of the era. While this design delivered excellent traction and cornering when used correctly, it demanded tire pressures different from typical American cars, lower in front, higher in the rear. Many owners ignored this instruction and inflated all tires equally. This changed the handling characteristics and, in certain extreme conditions, caused oversteer. The issue was less about engineering failure and more about consumer unfamiliarity, but perception can be stronger than truth. The controversy: unsafe at any speed. In 1965, consumer advocate Ralph Nader released his landmark book Unsafe at Any Speed, dedicating its first chapter to the Corvair. He claimed Chevrolet had compromised safety by choosing style and cost savings over engineering responsibility. Overnight, the Corvair's reputation shifted. Suddenly it wasn't a bold innovator, it was a villain in the public eye. Even though later government studies cleared the Corvair, proving it was no more dangerous than any other car in its class, the damage was irreversible. Public fear replaced public curiosity. Chevrolet fights back with improvements. Chevrolet responded aggressively. The suspension was redesigned, stability improved, and later models introduced performance-oriented variants such as the Corvair Monza. Optional performance upgrades boosted horsepower, and a pioneering turbocharged model arrived, the first mass-market turbocharged car from an American brand. The Corvair was evolving rapidly, becoming more powerful and refined, yet the shadow cast by Nader's accusations was impossible to escape. A car ahead of its time. Looking back, it becomes clear that the Corvair wasn't misunderstood because it was flawed, it was misunderstood because it was early. The features that made it controversial in 1960 would become mainstream decades later: unibody construction, rear-mounted engines, turbocharging, compact design, and emphasis on handling. The Corvair was simply too advanced for an American car culture obsessed with size and horsepower. Chevrolet tried to show the future, but the present wasn't ready. Legacy and reappraisal. Today, the Corvair has shed much of its negative past. Collectors and enthusiasts now admire it as one of Chevrolet's most daring achievements. Restoration communities thrive, and modern drivers appreciate the Corvair's light steering, balanced chassis, and smooth engine character. The car that once symbolized controversy is now celebrated as a pioneer, proof that innovation often faces resistance before acceptance. Why the Corvair still matters. The Corvair reminds us that greatness is not always measured by sales numbers or popularity. Sometimes, greatness lies in audacity, the courage to challenge an industry. The Corvair did not follow trends, it created them. Its engineering choices live on in countless vehicles today. It was not perfect, but perfection is rarely the starting point.